first day. So I know a lot of you guys have been sore since just opening and starting a new boot camp. We wanted to give you the opportunity to have a little bit of a mobility session at home. So we filmed today's workout and we wanted to send it to you so you could do it if you didn't make it in today. You can also save this for later use. So first things first, we're gonna go with the Spider-Man rotation. We're gonna go down into a lunge here with our heel underneath our knee as an extension of our hip. Go ahead and bring those hands in front, keeping that knee behind the toe, and we're gonna elevate. So from the side, it'll be here. Elevate, nice long spine here, and we're gonna rotate towards our hip. You'll see that my back is nice and straight here. My eyes look up to my hand. So we're just gonna rotate 4 times on this side, and then we will switch. Heel under knee, knee extension of the hip, hands down, press up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spider-Man rotation is gonna be paired with a fold, a forward fold rotation. So I'm gonna fold. If I need to, I can have a soft bend in my knees, and I'm just gonna walk those hands around, stretching the back of my leg, getting the calves, hamstrings. Ooh, that feels good. Next up, single leg Romanian deadlift. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our weight in our front foot, okay? We're gonna take our arms, nice long spine from our head all the way down to our tailbone, and we're gonna lower nice and slow all the way to the point where we can keep our back straight. If you find yourself hunching, okay, we wanna stop, reset those shoulder blades, and come back. Really important to make sure that that toe is pointing to the carpet back here instead of rotating. We wanna have a nice long spine. If you struggle with some of that balance, we're gonna go ahead and kickstand it. So I'll switch legs. Front leg carries my weight. My back leg is gonna be for support, and I'm just gonna drop those hands back as I hinge and lower with that flat back. Hinge and lower. A nice squeeze at the top for our glutes. All right, that's exercise 1 for our second pair. Exercise 2 is gonna be a leg raise. So we're gonna take it down to the ground. We wanna take that space out from our spine and the floor. Go ahead and check that there's nothing there. And we're gonna go arms out, heels to the ceiling, heels to the floor, 1 inch off the ground, and raise. 1 inch and raise. If you're having a hard time getting all the way to the floor, you can find something that elevates that mark and try to go for that. So I'm here and up, keeping it nice and tight. My spine is glued to the floor, and I come all the way up. That is circuit number 2. The next one is gonna be a rib roll. So we're gonna go from the ground here. Our legs are gonna be at a 90-degree angle. My hip straight in line with my knee, my heel straight in line with my knee. So here, bottom arm is gonna go right on top of my knees, keeping them from opening, and my bottom hand is gonna go right under my rib cage. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna roll, letting my top shoulder drop, getting that thoracic stretch, and back. Roll, dropping that shoulder, keeping my knees together, and back. Roll. Last time, and back. I would switch sides and do that on the other side as well. Next up, we've got a hip T rotation. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a wide stance, all right, definitely wider than our shoulder width. We're gonna hinge. I find it really helpful to go ahead and put my hands here and push that butt back, drop it down to the floor with a long spine from head to tailbone, and we're gonna rotate, looking up at our hand at the top. Rotate. You can stay on the same side, or you can alternate here. Another thing we can do is we can add something here if we wanna eliminate some of that flexibility, and we're just gonna reach up, sinking back into those hips, reach up, same thing. Last modification here, we can go A-frame. That's gonna be a fist and an elbow between those knees, protecting that lumbar spine. All right, and we're gonna rotate again. Come to middle, rotate again. For the A-frame, you're gonna stay on the same side the whole time so that you don't have to switch your arms between reps. Here, rotate, looking up at that hand. Next up, push up with a bonus, push up +1. We're gonna go ahead and get into our push-up stance. Hands underneath our shoulders so that we can keep our wrists stable. We're here, we're gonna lower, raise, +1. We're gonna go up and through. Lower, raise, +1. We're going up and through. Modification here, we can do this from our knees. So we're gonna have a long spine, down, up, tuck the toes, push through. One more time, down, up, tuck the toes, and finish. That right there is a push-up +1, and it's gonna be paired with the clamshell. You might not have a band at home, that's okay. You can do this without a band as well, just to increase the number of reps that you're gonna do. Band goes right above our knees. We're gonna lay on our side again. Those feet are gonna be stuck together, and we're just gonna elevate that knee nice and slow. It's gonna be working the glutes back here, nice and slow. Good. Then we'll rotate to the other side, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Legs bent, knees start closed, hips down, feet glued together, and pull. Doesn't have to be a big movement. If you find yourself opening really wide, we can add resistance if you're here in the gym. At home, you'll just have to increase those reps. Next up, a half kneeling hip flexor rotation. This is gonna feel good. Here we go. We're in our lunge position. My heel is below my knee is extended from my hip. I'm gonna make sure that I'm squeezing my back butt cheek. Nice and tight here, all right? My arms are gonna be extended nice and high by my ears. And what we wanna do is we want our arms and our shoulders to rotate together. So it's gonna be here. Woo! You're gonna feel it in the opposite upper back. All right, turn towards your knee. Keep that core nice and tight. When you start to feel your arms moving in a different plane, okay, that's where you need to stop. So don't drop that arm. Keep them nice and together. If it helps, you can hold something up here. We're not pulling anything, we're just holding, and they rotate together. You can do that on both sides. Remember, we're always turning towards our knee, and we want to keep that glute engaged with a nice squeeze. The next thing, paired with the kneeling hip flexor, is a bird dog. So we're gonna get on our 4-point stance. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're gonna keep that spine nice and tall, suck that belly in, engage that core, and we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg, touch that knee, breathe, opposite arm, opposite leg, here, all right? Next one, we're gonna switch sides, suck that belly button in, tight core, extend as far as you can. Give me a little squeeze at the top. That is your bird dog. Next up, this is for anybody that wants to get their heart rate pumping after a nice mobility session. We're gonna go ball slams into our burpees, full on burpees. So here's what we want. We reach down for the ball, okay? Notice that I'm here, my heels are glued to the ground. I'm picking it up, keeping it nice and close. It's coming up. I'm gonna go into my calf raise, and I slam the ball down. Full speed, it's gonna be here. A nice pinch of the butt. Throw that ball through the floor. All right, following the ball slams, you're gonna do 10. Afterwards, you'll go into your burpees. So we've got a jump, we're going down, both feet out, push up, both feet in, back up to the top. Modification here, we're gonna go hands down, walk it out. We may drop to our knees, push up, walk it back in, take out that impact. We're up at the top for a full extension. You'll see my butt nice and squeezed at the top. If you want to add an ankle, a calf raise, that'll help as well. So there you have it, Trainer Tip Thursday, all about mobility. Make sure we're drinking lots of water, get a couple stretches in, and we'll see you back in class.